Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Hand of Fate 2. In the previous episode, we tackled the sun and rather quickly finished it, killing the Emperor, but then coming to a realization that nothing has changed, or nothing will change. And in this episode, we'll be taking on Judgment. Now, I cannot stress this enough. If you have not yet platinumed your ally cards by finishing their quests, do so now. I actually have separate videos that tackle each of their quests individually, although granted I did go through Malacalypse's quests on its own, but that's beside the point. And if there are any cards that you really need that haven't unlocked yet, also do so now. Without further ado, let's get into Judgment.
Process of becoming. You came to me believing you were at the end of your journey, but you were merely beginning. Here we will form you into the weapon you must become.
Flee to the outer region of the Empire and find the one who waits. Imperial Pursuit. The Empire has released the garrison. They will advance between encounters and after combat. Wanted. The price on your head will spur the most common foe to claim it. All basic enemies are Brimstone. Vast Empire. Your journey across the Empire will be long. Prepare for combat against Corrupted, Empire, Thieves, Northerners, and Undead. Once again, we cannot select our companion for reasons, but we are able to select our supplies. That's what I'm going to be tackling first. As always, +5 food will be necessary. For once, Fate's Path is not actually that useful to us, simply because, well, we're gonna want to get out of there as soon as is physically possible. Knowing where merchants are is going to be useful. I'm not really going to bother with any equipment except maybe a worker's hammer. Beyond that, I'd say we're good in that regard. Oh wait, no, we can have 5 supplies. What am I thinking? I'll take the 10 gold, and just for the sake of survivability, I'll take the health tonic. As for encounters, as always, you're gonna want to stack the deck with things that can give you resources.
You
food,
do like
gold.
that one, don't you?
You can have a maximum of 3 platinum encounter cards, so keep that in mind. Shrine. No. Let's see. Food. Take Fabled Beast, that's always a good one. One Drunken Knight can be useful for getting a lot of gold to sell, or to buy food. Honestly, I'm probably going to want to avoid things that can give you, or that require combat. I'll take Waterfall of Youth. Unimpressed Farmer will be good, simply because of, well, how things start out. As for the rest, I don't really want to get into new stuff, simply because this is a dangerous and difficult one. I'm actually thinking maybe doing some bonus stuff after we finish this game to show off some of the new stuff if you guys want. I don't think we really need to worry about that. No. No. Ooh. Wandering Tracker could be good if it can take me away from, or take me to a different location on the other side. I don't want to say anything because it'll give it away a lot of how it's going to work. I'll take Death's Garden. And ooh, what else to take? It's difficult to tell because Man of the World could also be good. Then again, that might also cancel out Wandering Tracker because he can only take you to places that are already revealed. Think. What else could we get that would be very useful to us? Sure, why not? Don't want anything that can really take away resources for us, at least not seriously. Fork in the road could be good. General store, sure. Yeah, why not? Northerners aren't too big of a threat to me. Interception could be good, but no, definitely not. Ordeal, no. Yeah, why not take the Pauper's Dilemma? Definitely not Pickpocket. Scouting party, sure. Yeah, why not Thomas the Ogre? Toshers, sure. And I guess maybe we will toss in some new stuff. Let me just take a look. Ooh, plus we still have room for one more platinum card. I'm not going to deal with dealing with thieves, because that can backfire. No. Why not the shrine? More max life means I can take more hits. Then again, Elder's Gift could also be good. Nah, I'll take Shrine. Town of Corruption, sure. If it still works the way I remember it, then it will allow us to get some equipment. Dwarven Haggler, because we haven't seen him, and... let's go for arm wrestling. Now, as for equipment, I highly, highly recommend you put in one of each type. Just one. One weapon, one shield, one armor, one helm, and then for the rest, fill it in with rings and artifacts. There is a reason for this. Brilliant Blade could be useful because I know for a fact it does extra damage to brimstone targets, and I know we're going to be facing that, so I'll take that as my weapon. For the shield. Huh. I mean, this can be useful for getting you new stuff, just to see what it does. Let's see. I don't think I really want any heavy. Bring in shield. Bastion of Purification. No, definitely not. Nazgar's Reckoning. Maybe. Armor Breaker. Yeah, why not? I'll make that my shield. As for the armor, I know there's a card gambit that I really can't afford to lose out on. So I think I'll take the Imperial Armor for the helm. Let's see, gold after every encounter. Maybe not. Frontier Barbet, or Felvin's Favor could be good. As could Frontier Barbet. See, after every encounter with a Gambit, reveal one random encounter card on this level. That might not be a bad idea. Also got Gladiator's Visage. We also need to remember that we can include 3 platinum cards. Could go for the Knight's Helm, see what that does. Might not be a bad idea. But... I think I'll take... Ooh, wait, I know. Mask of Holy Fortunes. It doesn't give a lot of defense, but hey, why not? As for artifacts, Odysseus Charm could be good. As will Lion's Heart, so that's always going to be useful, and Rings. Let's see, is there any Grifter's Companion? Wheel Nudge. Yeah, I'll take that as my 3rd platinum. I don't think there's anything else I can get out of weapons or whatnot. Let's see. Sacrificial Bond, no. Ruby Ring, Blessed Life. Nah. Ring of Food. Yeah, I'll take that. Being able to get more food is always good. Take the Gambler's Jewel. Chef's Charm, definitely. Bullseye. Let's see. I'll take Thieves' Folly, that could always be useful. May as well toss in some other artifacts. I'll take Cry of Victory. Binding Brew, why not? Kolbjorn's Traps. Wrethgar's Quake. Pillager's Pride. Empire's Burden might not be a bad idea. Take Dionysus' Revenge and rings. Sure, why not? And why not Light of Truth? And lastly, Ring of Defense. Like I said, you're only going to want to stack one weapon, one shield, one armor, and one health. There is a reason for that. With that, I think we are about as ready as we are going to get. So, let's get this started.
A final step, and with it judgment. We must face the consequences of the things we have done if we are to ever find our worth. And so you come closer with every moment to the beginning of our story.
Warning bells ring out across the city. Oh, that was too easy, Estrella says as you and your companions scramble down the spiraling staircase to the palace armory. Did nobody else hear the disembodied voice? Far from being unsettled, Ariadne looks excited. The Caravan, Malakalypse shouts to you all. We must get to the Caravan. I know where it is, the marigold fields beyond the swamps and mountains, on the outskirts of the Empire. You gain 15 faith. Oh, they will come for us, Kolbjorn mumbles. We are at its heart, and we have killed their Emperor. You burst through the armory doors. The walls are laden with an array of equipment collected by the Empire across a century. Ariadne tosses you some gear. The dealer equips you with equipment card of each available type. Yep, so we got the Brilliant Blade. Unfortunately, we are one short. Stun Blast. Perform a strike that stuns in an area beyond the attack. Reduces required hits to charge by +1, minimum 6. Deal 135% damage to Brimstone enemies. Yeah, that's why you kind of want this. We do have the Ram's Shield. Got Dionysus' Revenge for our equipment, or our artifact. Causes full weapon damage to all enemies when activated. If an enemy is killed, gain an extra usage. Okay. Got our Imperial Armor, our Mask of Holy Fortunes, and we got the Merchant's Ring. Not the most useful of ones, but hey. Also got Thieves' Folly. That will have to do, Estrella says. There's no time to lose if we are to reach this caravan. Our first obstacle is to get out of the Imperial City. And fast. Hard choices to face on the road ahead, Kolbjorn says solemnly, staring out the small armory window. We may not all survive what we have started. We knew the risks. I, for one, stand by my choice. Yes, in order to get the gold token, all of your companions must survive. In order to do so, you need to have platinumed them. However, simply making them platinum will not be enough. You have to make specific choices in order to keep them alive. If we're to escape the city, we're going to have to rough the borough, the city's rotten back streets, and we'd best split up. She turns to you. Who would you have by your side? I think for now I'll take the rebel, Estrella. Very well. We should meet at nightfall. We can regroup and coordinate from there. Now remember, Estrella calls back to the others, we escaped through the city gates on the other side of the city. We'll need to find a way past the wall of the inner district. Estrella raises an eyebrow to Ariadne, and the Empire patrols. They outnumber us greatly. We cannot hope to defeat them. Avoid them at all costs. Yes, much like the garden, there are going to be tokens patrolling the area. They will move after every combat and every encounter. Unfortunately, and I'm not 100% sure on this, we cannot simply go through them like we did in the gardens. At least I don't think we can. Now, thankfully, these city street stuff don't consume food, so hey.
They call themselves guides. Nothing but poachers, if you ask me. And another example of the Imperial weakness here at the fringes.
One day you meet a northerner, displaced from her homeland by warfare. She explains she is a tracker for hire, working for those who can pay. She speaks at length about the nearby terrain. Nope. Still no. With nothing more to learn, you thank the Northerner for her time and continue on your way. Well, unfortunately, I was hoping that she would take us to the other side, but apparently the programmers thought of that. Gonna have to go through that plague to get through the Horde. Now, on each map, there is going to be that one point that there is technically no way around. But I wouldn't worry too much about that, currently. How do we want to go around this? Yeah, I think with this one, as usual, we're going to want to head to the left. Managed to get through that. Got a little extra
Fame
boots
alone
of
has
fame,
got you here. Let action carry you forward.
which means we can equip the Brilliant Blade, but I'm going to hold off on that. Unfortunately, their patrols seem to be somewhat random. A wounded peasant runs stumbling down the street, chased by a horde of corrupted. He falls to your feet and begins to twitch. The blood from his wounds boils and blackens. Okay, in this case, I will switch over to the Brilliant Blade. Oh, shoot, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Whatever. Yeah, like I said, all regular enemies will be brimstone, which means they do a lot more damage. Brilliant Blade. Great Rolla stood at the gates of damnation itself, his blade swinging and flowing from strike to strike. Rolla fell, but the gates were closed.
Hold them off! On my mark.
Okay, that could have gone so much better, but whatever. Probably could have used my Charm of Dionysus, but with these guys you can never tell if they're going to be killed or knocked down.
Here we see yet another wheel, each different, yet each bearing their own similarities.
I would have preferred food, but okay.
Let's see what you do with that, given your position.
Let's see what we can get from here. Food is always good. What do we have in equipment? Pillager's Pride. Ignore traps. Creates an order that ignores damage from traps for 10 seconds when activated. Huh. That could be useful, but nah.
Every step before you is filled with enemies. If you are to reach me, you must shake them all free.
You find your companions taking cover in an alley across from the gate to the outer district. It's the infected, Estrella explains. The commotion of the guards has incited them. They've gathered here, blocking the gateway to the outer district. It is the only way out of the city. You peek around the corner. Yeah, that's a lot of enemies. Well, this doesn't look good, Malacalypse says. We'll stir up the hornet's nest if we try to get past them. I say we run like cowards. We should head forward. It's only a matter of time before we're found by the Empire, and this is the only way beyond the wall. You feel a gentle tug on the corner of your sleeve. You turn to face a small, wizened goblin, a pronounced frown wrinkling his face. Gerald knows a way, he mutters. Below the city, there's a path, home to a king from an aged past. The Empire has forgotten. Meet Gerald there. And with that, he turns and disappears down an alleyway, looking back sullenly at you. What a crotchety little thing, Ariadne chuckles. I don't trust it. We should fight and make a break for the city gates. I'd trust a goblin over a horde of infected. I thought he seemed nice, and incredibly trustworthy. Yeah, that is your alternate way through. However, it will cost you some equipment. There is something that I have heard of, a bit of an exploit you can use to minimize your losses in terms of equipment, and that is by equipping things like the Adventurer's Garb, the Neglected stuff, and the Wooden Shield. You can't do anything for artifacts, rings, or helmets, unfortunately, but such as it is. So, it might not be a bad idea to do all that before reaching him. Oof, I don't trust that guard to not come towards us. Well, that's going to be useful to get right now. Alright, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to switch over. Take my Adventurer's Garb. Wooden Shield. Can't do anything about this, or these.
This is a place of death. You should be comfortable here.
You meet with the bad-tempered goblin. It glances furtively around. They are looking for you. If you don't want to die, you should hurry. Let's ask for some information. That's where the catacomb exit is, huh? So be it. The catacombs lead under the wall of the inner bailey. Gerald will show you, for a price. He eyes your equipment. Show us the catacombs. Gerald was sent to help you, the goblin mutters irritably. Gerald did not agree to do it for free, though. In a flash, the agent goblin snatches your belongings. And he takes the thieves' folly. Shocker. It will do. Why are you helping? Gerald was ordered to. The goblin looks positively sulky about it. Yeah, sure. I'll get rid of that. You follow Gerald to an open sewer grate by an abandoned hospice. Then, quite out of nowhere, he presses a flaming torch into your hands before pointing into the darkness. The torchlight flickers on the wet stone. I should probably change my equipment around. Torchlight flickers on the wet stone as you crouch and crawl through the tunnel. Then, quite out of nowhere, the tunnel begins to open up, and you can breathe again. Light filters in weakly from the cracks in the ceiling to reveal a cavern with the smell of old death, the catacombs. Now, supposedly from a guide I read, you can use your companions to minimize the number of enemies you face, but I'd rather not take the chance. Yeah, we got a bunch of skulls. Suddenly there is a rattle and the sound of metal in the darkness, coming towards you. You have been ambushed. I don't know why I felt the need to do that. Probably because I was switching over to a torch. Who knows? What I do know is that there are traps here. That's kind of why I was eyeing the Pillager's Pride. But the skeletons will set them off, do a bunch of damage to themselves, etc., etc. Plus, they're not going to be that difficult. See what I mean? Brimstone are going to be somewhat tougher, but not by much. Plus, we don't even really have to fight them. We can just make a break for it. Yes, if we go after this, we'll have to deal with them on the way back, but like I said, traps will take care of them. Plus, a little extra gold and food is always useful. Alright, that places us over there. At long last, you emerge out from the catacomb and breathe the fresh air. Gerald the Goblin is nowhere to be found. Well, we got a bunch of food and gold for it, so hey, that's something. Got my brilliant blade, got my ram shield. Let's ambush the corrupted.
The pendulum is ever changing, and the challenges it presents change too.
Oh. Yeah, I would like to retry that. Well, shit.
Poorly done.
You don't
You
say.
must harness your will and find the quiet stillness inside you.
There we go.
Nicely timed.
Well, at the very least, we got rid of the brimstone ones. And yeah, I'm gonna stick with the ram shield because, you know, armor breaker. We're gonna be alone on this, but so be it. Some shields are beautiful, some are functional. This one is inspired and powerful. Oh wow, 3 of them. I was hoping I could break his armor before. Not that one. Even if it doesn't do any damage to them, it's at least good for stunning them for a bit. Okay, that takes care of that. We're out of time, but I want to get through this just so I can show you what I mean by choices you make. Though I am going to have to get Estrella back up. With the Horde decimated, you continue your escape through the burrow. Ugh, I need to take some time to heal. Alright, that should do it. Oh no.
Did you not consider that the Empire would stop at nothing to ensure you are found?
So be it. Though I guess this at least eliminates them as pursuers. Still have to deal with them though. Okay, sure. Let's see. Light of Truth. Finishers against thieves drop gold. Meh. Blinding Brew. Stun Bomb. Maybe Pillager's Pride. You know what? I think I'll take Blinding Brew. Okay, easy one. Even if I don't win this, whatever.
Back to the bones. I hope you have learned to be their master.
Well, I don't think gold is something we're ever going to have to worry about. How about we retreat? Yeah, I gotta deal with these guys, but this early, it's not gonna be much of an issue, and I do get some resources out of it. Alright, come on. I beat up your friends earlier, and they were of greater number. Ooh, wow. Even though it does maximum damage, that's not a whole lot. I was aiming for this guy. Though I appreciate your enthusiasm in going after a larger enemy. Really should switch over to my Worker's Hammer so I can finally get that token. Well, at least in this one there's a chance of getting something. Let us fight.
Hold them off! To battle!
Here's hoping we can get some food out of this. It's not that I 100% need it, but I'm not in need of gold. I'll take it. A farmer offers you fruit from his stall in thanks. And now I'm going to heal up a little bit using said food.
What sets things in motion? Who and when? Do you know? All will be clear in time.
Bells continue to toll as crowds of paupers and townfolk fill the square leading out of the Imperial City. Guards block the way, checking all wagons and persons trying to enter and leave. The people cry out in protest, "Let us through! Let us through!" But they are only met with a wall of shields blocking the gate. Kolbjorn beckons to you and Estrella from across the alley. From the alley across the street. You press through the crowd, avoiding the guards, and join your companions. "There are more soldiers here than we can ever hope to defeat," Estrella whispers. "And they will only gain in numbers the longer we linger. Somebody must be sacrificed," Kolbjorn mumbles. Malaklips laughs, his colorful hat bells jangling. "Don't have to be so cheery about it. I vote we don't send me because I won't be enough of a distraction." Ariadne's blue eyes looks worriedly between the two. "Surely there's another way we can all escape." "No, Kolbjorn is right. It is the only way," Estrella says, turning to the group. "Someone will have to draw the guards' attention for the others to escape. There is precious little time. Who will it be?" This is the choice I was talking about. Not only do you have to get all your companions to platinum status, you also have to pick the right one for each situation. In this case, it is Estrella who needs to distract the guards. Estrella waits for you all to get to the front of the crowd near the gate. Then, like a martyr to the gallows, she steps up onto a merchant's cart. "Soldiers of the Empire!" Her voice rings clear and commanding. The square falls silent, save for the ringing of the bells in the distance. "I am Estrella Fior, former captain of the Empire, and the Emperor's assassin." After a shocked pause, the guards spring into action, shoving past peasants to get to Estrella. With no fear in her eyes, she glances to you, Malaklips, Ariadne, and Kolbjorn, nodding in acceptance. Suddenly, there is a shout from one of the peasants. "It's the savior of Farwater! She saved the town from an army with naught but 4 people on her side." Another calls out, "The peasant king, he said she would return to lead us to..." To freedom! Like a great machine whirring into action, the peasants turn as one and charge toward the city gates. Silence this rabble! Capture the conspirator! A captain cries out before he is knocked out cold by a traitor's soup pot. Seeing her opportunity, Estrella slips into the crowd and rejoins you and your companions as the soldiers scramble to fend off the rioting crowd. Without stopping to look back, you flee the city and head northeast towards the marshes. Savior of Farwater, eh? Malacalypse quips as you flee in the swamps. We got lucky, and we can't hope to survive on luck alone. She turns to Ariadne. You know these parts. Where do we go from here? Ariadne looks over the marshland. West of here is a bridge. Across the river and beyond that is the way to the mountains. That sounds like Ariadne is the girl we need on our side for this. Malacalypse stares into the fire, and beyond the mountains is the marigold fields and the Caravan. General store, huh? Might be able to get some good equipment there. But with that, we've come to an end for this episode of Hand of Fate 2. I know it went on longer than it probably should have. Ooh, a Decius Charm. Yeah, I'll take that. But we did manage to get through the town. I wanted to get through it and show what I meant by the choices that you'd have to make. Now let's choose Companion and switch over to Ariadne the Hero. But anyways, with that, I'm going to end it off here for today. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload, or to hit the straw polling to vote for our next Let's Play. And please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.